So I've got like a PlayStation 4 controller that it doesn't like charge or light up. And I saw these WWE movies. I guess these are like documentaries. Hey guys, we're back in the game room, and I just wanted to spend some time going over our video game collection. Hello everyone, it's Austin, and we're back with another episode of my $10 game collection series. We've been building up this collection for over half a year now, and we're looking to continue doing so. One question or comment that I want to address from last week's episode is, someone asked, am I going to continue doing the series once I complete this list of games? And the answer is yes. Once I complete this list of games, I still do hope to continue this series, unless it takes like forever to find all these games, and it might end off there. But ultimately, I want to do this series for at least a whole year. We started the first episode in the month of April 2023, so next year, when it hits April, I'll decide whether I want to stop or keep going. But I'm most likely going to stop. That's my plan as of right now. But I think a year is definitely a long time to do the series. And it's a great experiment to see just how many games you can accumulate doing this challenge and doing it consistently week after week for a whole year. A couple weeks ago, we picked up a PlayStation 4 controller, and it just wasn't working. I plugged it in, it wouldn't charge, it wouldn't light up or turn on. So the controller is going to be right here. It's pretty damaged and beat up. Someone mentioned in the comments that it could just simply be a battery that is dead in here and I need to replace it. So I considered a lot of options. They mentioned that the battery would cost 10 bucks. So I would have to buy it, ship it here, put it in, and then see if it would work. And honestly, for an item that would probably only sell, if it was working, for around 20-25 bucks, I don't know if it would be worth it to spend $10, ship the item here, put it in, and see if it will work. I also consider just listing it up on eBay and selling it for parts. I'd probably be able to sell it for around 10 to 15 bucks and be able to recoup back like 5 to 10 bucks. But someone also mentioned I could try trading it into GameStop, and I think I will go that route just to kind of get rid of this, and also to experiment to see how much GameStop will, first of all, will they accept this controller broken like this, and how much will they give me for trade-in credit or cash. So in this episode, I think we'll be doing that. We'll stop at a GameStop and just see how much we can get for a broken PlayStation 4 controller. Back at our game showcase, and we got an update. I just sold Rock Band 4 on the Xbox One. This one took a little longer than I expected, but still got it to sell. And this one sold for around $15. Looks like we just made 2 more sales. We sold an item back here. It's this one. Understanding the fundamentals of music. We picked this up at the Goodwill outlet for like $1. Picked up a couple of these. And this one sold for around $14, so not too bad. And then we also sold an item up here, this personal CD player. It's like a portable CD player, comes with a headphone, complete in this packaging. And this one actually sold for around $28, so not a bad one at all. I think we got this for $3 at a Goodwill. So after eBay fees and shipping for these items, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. Alright guys, so made my way to GameStop. I got the controller right here. We're gonna go in, see if they accept it. If they do accept it, I'll probably take credit for it just to get the most value. And maybe we'll pick up some items here as well. Hello.
Hi, can I help you?
So I heard that GameStop takes broken controllers. So I've got like a PlayStation 4 controller that it doesn't like charge or light up.
So it's a bad controller?
Yeah, so it just won't charge, I guess. I'm assuming it's the battery or something. You guys get people that bring in controllers that don't work?
We still have to test it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, so we ended up getting around $7 back for that controller, which is great, honestly. It's store credit, so
I think I'm gonna grab a Switch game. I don't think we have any Switch games in our collection yet, so I think it's a perfect time to just grab one. I'm looking for some of the cheaper ones, I guess, that I could use this on. Fire Emblem is an interesting one. You got this Lego game right here, Incredibles. Pretty cool. And then this Mario one right here too. Mario and Rabbids. Getting a Mario game, 18 bucks with this in-store credit would be honestly not too bad. And then I think one other game I was interested in was this Mega Man 11. I haven't really played any of the Mega Man side-scroller games like this, but I think this one would be a great one to add to the collection as well. Other than that, I'm not seeing anything else too much worth picking up. I'm just gonna grab this game. Do I just slide this, I guess? Looks like that worked.
Yep, and then 13 for it.
Here at my Goodwill today, this is the one that, I most often come to, but got some games up here. It's pink tag week, so anything that's a pink tag is half off. Well, some games that I might just pick up because they're cheap. We got this Guitar Hero Encore Rocks the 80s. Don't really see this one often. It's not in the greatest condition either, but it's $3.99, which is a little high too, but half off, so it should be like $2. Let's check to see the condition, and oh yeah, it's pretty clean. And the manual is in there too, so probably gonna pick this up for $2. You got a Halo 2 here. It's a $4.99 orange tag. Don't really see these games often, but cool to see a Harley Davidson game. Then down here we got more games, some Rock Band games. These are super cheap. I would consider picking them up, but $4.99, even half off, not worth it. You got a Hot Shots Golf 3. I'm not sure if this has any value, but half off on this, and it is complete, so I'll consider this one as well. And then you got this Backyard Football, $2.99. I could pick this up as well for $2.99. Don't even know this player, Dante Culpepper. Oh, actually I have heard of him. You know what? Yeah, maybe we'll grab it. These backyard sports games look awesome and super fun, honestly. Let's see what else we got. Another Rock Band game, The Beatles. I don't think that goes for anything. I have a Sims game. This one's half off as well, but it's missing a manual. Might have to pass on that, unfortunately. And then you got this Ben 10 game. Don't think these really go for much. And I think it's missing a manual, so I'm gonna have to pass on that. I have a Guitar Hero game, Aerosmith. This is one that really doesn't have much value, so I don't think it's worth grabbing. So yeah, probably gonna pass on those. We did come away with, and then probably just grab these 3 games. See if I can find anything else here today. So I've recently started strolling through different aisles at Goodwills and trying to find other profitable items. And one thing I found, and a cool item as well, is this Turtles Mutant Mayhem movie theater cup. I actually never seen this movie yet, but heard great reviews on it. It's actually 2 of them in here. They're in pretty good condition. I can clean them up. I don't see any like visible scratches or anything like that on here. There's not a lot listed on eBay, but I see them going for around like 10 to 15, and since I have 2 of them, they're 99 cents and pink tags, so I'll probably get both of these for like $1. So that'll be awesome, and maybe I'll just pick it up and see how well it does in our collection. Maybe I can flip it, try to get close to 20 on eBay. I don't know, we'll see. Got these. Here at our video game showcase with an update, we just sold this Wii Sports right here. It's in this weird plastic case that is broken. Comes with the manual, and this one sold for $23.50 on eBay. That's kind of the sweet spot that I found for this game. Alright, so it looks like we just sold the other Wii Sports game. We sold this one for $23, which isn't too bad, especially loose like this. So after eBay fees and shipping for these items, this is how much we'll get to add back to our game fund. Back at Goodwill today, and I'm seeing a couple games here. Nothing too crazy. Spotted this Battlefront 2, really cool. It's missing a manual, a little dirty in there too, but $2.99, not bad. Never really played this one though. What else do we have? We have Legends of Rock on the PlayStation 2. I don't think that has any value. And then a couple of these AC/DC live games, Rock Band track packs. Don't think those have much value. This would have been a cool pickup. Sly 2 Band of Thieves, but missing the cover. Other than that though, not really seeing too much else. I also spotted this right here, this Just Dance, brand new and sealed. I think we picked up Just Dance 3 brand new and sealed on the Wii, and now I found Just Dance 2 for $2.99. I think it sells for around 10 to 15, so that's a decent enough margin for me to pick up. Other than that, not really seeing too much else. So it looks like they set up this cool rack of stuff right here. A bunch of this Betty Boop character. They got these lunch boxes. I've kind of started collecting a couple of these now, but don't really know this character, and it doesn't really go for too much, I guess. They got this Mario puzzle, which is really cool. I did also spot this Exploding Kittens brand new and sealed. Thought this one had some decent value, but it doesn't. I think it only sells for like 10 to 15, and they got $5 on it. They even got these cool lunch boxes too. But other than that, I don't really see anything else. I think I might just be going with these two items and checking out with this. So yeah, decent stop. We're here at the next Goodwill and just looking for cheap games this episode. Don't want to spend too much, but found a couple games here already. Some Xbox and 360 games. They got Legends of Rock. I don't know how much this is going for nowadays, but we'll probably pick it up to flip. This is decent condition. Then you got Unreal Championship. I'm not sure if I have this yet. I don't think I do on the Xbox. So I think, yeah, we'll definitely pick it up. We got Tony Hawk Pro Skater 4. I don't think this has much value on the original Xbox, and it's missing the manual. So I might actually have to pass on that. We fit Trivia Pursuits. Never really played these games, but I bet it would be a ton of fun to play this now, since this is from, when did this release? 2004. Yeah, would be an interesting one to grab, I guess. And then we got this Ghost Recon Island Thunder game. Never seen this before. We'll definitely have to check to see if they're worth anything though. AC2, great game. And then just some sports games over there. Oh, we got some Xbox One games too. Didn't really even see these. Battlefront. Yeah, nothing too good there. And I saw these WWE movies. I guess these are like documentaries. I'll have to see if these go for anything. Triple H, the King of the Kings. Wow, super cool, like plastic cover on this. And then you got this DX one, One Last Stand. Wow, awesome. Oh, and Shawn Michaels. Saw a couple more games over here as well. You got this Nerf game, NFL Fever, Full Spectrum Warrior. Never played these games before, but looks cool. And then what? Battlefield Modern Combat. Over here, I found another Guitar Hero game, Guitar Hero 2. So like, apparently these do have some value on the 360, especially even these older ones too. I think this one goes for like 10 to 15. Might pair it up with the Legends of Rock that I just found as well. Not gonna grab this though, but cool.
Did you check and make sure those were all in there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. 1, 2, 3.
A ton.
Hey guys, we're back in the game room, and I just wanted to spend some time going over our video game collection. We've been doing this series for 35 episodes, 35 straight weeks of game hunting and collecting, and I think it's the perfect time to just run through some numbers, see how many games we have, what are the highest value games, and yeah, let's just check it out. I'm gonna show you guys my whole collection right here. I've already gone through, taken some notes down on our whole collection and just how many games we have. I had to count up everything and find which games were, I guess, the most valuable. And we're just gonna quickly go through everything really quick. This shelf right here as well, it's not as full, but we're getting there, I guess. So I'm just gonna go through each console type and go over how many games we have in total, and then also the most valuable game. So starting off, I guess the total amount of games we have in our collection after 35 straight weeks of game hunting is 306 games. Now I'm not including any of the items that I have for sale in this bin, and I'm not including any of the movies down here. So it's just strictly all games that we actually have in our collection. So starting off with the original Xbox, I kind of have these games scattered all around. I know some people have been telling me to organize it. I just really haven't gotten to it. But I mainly have them organized in the order of when I actually got the games. And then I kind of tried to group them up by console type. So I've got some Xbox original games down here, and then some down here, and then actually some on this shelf as well. And these are like the most recent ones that I picked up. So we got a total of 32 original Xbox games, and the game with the highest value is going to be Godzilla Destroy All Monsters Melee. I think we picked that one up at a game store, and it values for around $50 to $60 on the original Xbox, so really nice one to have. And then for the Xbox 360, this is the console that we actually have the most of, and the reason for that is the Xbox 360 is the one that I played the most and the one that I owned, so that's why I have a ton of Xbox games. We have a total of 89 games on the Xbox 360, and the game with the highest value, there's actually two of them, and it's gonna be these two right here. They're actually together. It's the Space Marine game and then also this Lost Odyssey game. I heard a lot of good things about Lost Odyssey. Still need to check it out, but the Space Marine game also goes for around $25 to $30. So actually both of them go for around $25 to $30. I'm just basing this off of eBay sold listings, so that seems to be the best. And then staying down here, we have the Xbox One. We have a total of 26 games for the Xbox One, which is honestly a lot more than I expected because I just rarely pick them up at Goodwills, but apparently I've got a decent amount of them. The highest value game I have is actually up here, and it's gonna be this Dead by Daylight. Now, when I picked this up like months ago, this thing was valuing at over $100, and unfortunately it has gone down to like $30. And the reason is because of this Stranger Things DLC. It used to only be on this disc, but now they kind of opened it up to the online store and you can get it again. So unfortunately it went down to $30 to $40 in value. But I'm a big fan of this game, and I'm happy to just keep it in my collection. So that's pretty much it for the Xbox games. I'm going to move on to the PlayStation section now. And starting off with the PlayStation 1, we have a total of 8 games, and they're pretty much all over here. And the highest value game that we have for the PlayStation 1 is actually up here. It's this Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits, and it sells for around $25 on eBay, so that's the highest value game we've had. And then for the PlayStation 2, we have a total of 48 games, which isn't bad at all. We have some games up here, and then some down here in this bin. The game with the most value on the PlayStation 2 is going to be this Fatal Fury Battle Archives Volume 1. And that's actually one of the earlier games that I picked up in my collection. A lot of my PlayStation 2 games, they valued for around 10 to 20 bucks. And that's what this one valued for, around 15 to 20. I don't really have any high value PlayStation 2 games, unfortunately, but there are a lot of solid titles. And then came the PlayStation 3, and I was a bit shocked to see just how many PlayStation 3 games I was finding. We have a total of 43 PlayStation 3 games. And the highest value game we have on there is actually going to be tied between two games. And I believe they're here. Yeah, so it's going to be the Steel Booklet Oblivion. This thing goes for around 25 to 30. It's actually pretty cool. It's got 2 discs, it's got the map and some other paperwork in there. And then the second game on here is going to be this Spider-Man. And this game actually has more value on the PlayStation 3 than on the Xbox. And this thing goes for around 25 to 30 as well. So both of these games are tied for the most value in our PlayStation 3 collection. The PS2 and the PlayStation 3 contain the bulk of my PlayStation collection, but we did have some PlayStation 4 games. They're all located over here. We've got about 9 PlayStation 4 games, which is honestly not too bad. The highest value game goes to this one right here, Killing Floor 2. This thing goes for around 15, 20 bucks. Really cool game as well. And then we also got a PSP game. We got Dynasty Warriors on the PlayStation Portable. And then we also got this Scarlet Nexus game on the PlayStation 5. So we just had one of each for these. Yeah, pretty cool to have in the collection. Moving on to Nintendo. So I'm gonna go backwards and start with the Nintendo Wii U. I never really owned the Wii U, but we did end up grabbing like 5 games in our collection. We got 3 of them up here, and the highest value one is going to be this new Super Mario Bros. For Wii U, and that game actually values for around $15. Wii U games just really don't have too much value in general. And then we had like 2 more Wii U games down here as well, but this moves on to our Wii section next, and we have a total of 20 Wii games. I didn't really play a lot of Wii games growing up either, so that's why I don't have too much of them. And our highest value game is actually going to be back up here. And it's going to be this Trauma Team game back here. It's actually brand new and sealed. And that thing sells for around $60 on eBay. So, really popular game. Hard to find brand new and sealed, I guess. And then we have our GameCube section, which I really don't have a lot of GameCube games. They're just hard to come by nowadays for cheap. We have a total of 3 GameCube games. And we've got Super Smash Bros. Melee. We have Harvest Moon Magical Melody. And then we also have this True Crime Streets of LA. I got that one pretty cheap at a half-price books. And the highest value game out of those 3 is going to be Super Smash Bros. Melee, of course. And it sells for around 60 to 70 bucks on eBay. So, really nice one to be able to pick up. And then for our Nintendo 64, we have 7 games. They're all up here. We got 4 over here. We got 3 over here. And the highest value game for these is going to be this Super Mario 64. Values for around $30 to $40 still, which is incredible. And then we have like 3 Super Nintendo games. The highest value one being Mortal Kombat 2. I don't really play Super Nintendo. This was kind of before my time. So it's cool that we were able to find some. And honestly, I think I see Super Nintendo games the least out there in the wild. For some reason, I mean, I've been finding NES games more often than these, but this game right here goes for around $15 to $20 as well, so not a bad one. And then moving on to our Nintendo Entertainment System cartridges, we got a total of 9 of them, and they're all right here. And the game with the most value on here is actually going to be this Batman Returns. Let me go ahead and grab that out. So the great thing about this Batman game is it actually includes the manual, and that's kind of why it has a lot of value. I think alone though, it does sell for around like 25 to 30 on eBay, and with the manual it goes up to like 35 to 40. So that's our highest value game on the NES console. And then to end it off, we've got 2 games right here. We got one for the Sega Genesis,
Miss Pac-Man, I don't really know how much that value's for. And then one game for the Atari, the Star Raiders game. Got these at the flea market for $1 a piece, so not too bad. And yeah, that pretty much ends off our rundown of our whole collection. We got a total of 306 games.
And that's all the games that we have in our collection. Just want to give a big thanks to all you guys that really stuck around earlier on in our series. I really didn't know what I was doing and just kind of went along with the flow and kind of got into a routine of doing these episodes. I felt it was only right to show you guys my collection and go a little bit more into detail about all the games that we picked up over the past 35 weeks. For now, I'm going to go over all our pickups for this week. We first stopped at GameStop to trade in our controller, our PlayStation 4 controller, and we got like $7 in trade-in credit to add towards this Nintendo Switch game, Mega Man 11. This is actually our first Switch game that we're adding to our collection, and hopefully I can find more Switch games because I'm a big fan of the Nintendo Switch. I definitely play it a lot. We then went to Goodwill and got a bunch of games, I guess. We got Just Dance, the first one on the Nintendo Wii, and this is brand new and sealed. And then we also grabbed Star Wars Battlefront 2. Never played this game before, heard a lot of great things about these Battlefront games. And then picked up Unreal Championship. So we actually didn't have this in the collection yet. This is the first one. Love these Unreal Championship, Unreal Tournament games. This arena shooter style game. Then we picked up 2 Guitar Hero games on the Xbox 360. Most likely going to be flipping these. I think I already have Legends of Rock in our collection, 1 copy of it. So we're just going to be putting these up on eBay and seeing how well they do bundled up together. We got Trivial Pursuit. And like I said, this looks interesting and would be super fun to play in this day and age. This was released in 2004. We got Backyard Football on the PlayStation 2. I got a couple of these backyard sports games, but they look super fun and feels like I definitely missed out on these in my childhood, I guess. We got Hot Shots Golf. I think this is a pretty popular golf game too. I never played it before, not really too big a fan of golf games. And the last game we got is Guitar Hero Encore Rock the 80s. Never really seen this Guitar Hero game before, but yeah, it's Guitar Hero and we got it for pretty cheap. And then the last thing we got at Goodwill was these movie theater cups, soda cups for TMNT Mutant Mayhem. I didn't see this movie yet, but I heard it was good. And I got these because they actually do have some value. Well, we'll see how well they do on eBay, I guess. I don't know how often and how well they sell. But since we have 2 of them and we got them both for $1 total, should be not too bad of a risk to put them on eBay and see if I can get anything back for them. But yeah, guys, that concludes my episode. Didn't really do too much hunting this week, but wanted to take some time to go over my collection with you guys, show you guys the highest value games and just the total number of games we have in the collection. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Definitely appreciate all the support I have been getting in doing these episodes each week. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to end off this week. Good luck on your game hunting adventures, and I'll see you guys on the next episode.